We sit so close. Welcome, everybody, to the Snoozers Football Podcast Show. I am Brandon. This is my friend Zachary. If this is your first time listening, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you've stumbled upon this rabbit hole. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. We don't do Twitter, really, since Elon lost his gourd.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're on there.
Somewhere in the Twitter sphere.
Somewhere in the midst.
A lot of stuff. Episode 31 today, baby.
Oh, you remember the episode number.
I had to put it on the top. We've got some Brandon Staley talk. We've got some Week 15 preview. Cam Newton content.
I love.
Yeah.
We missed the boat. Not having the show when Cam was in the league.
Yep, we got some Cam Newton talk today, some Hard Knocks, and then we're going to end this sucker with a little bit of Bowl Mania.
Bowl Mania?
A little Bowl Mania
Let's
talk.
go. I love bowls.
So, yeah, dude, we'll get right into it. Amazon Prime game. They freaking suck, dude.
Who?
Well, so I'm just going to throw it out there.
What sucks?
And I hope Bezos isn't listening.
All the Thursday night football games?
Yes.
They all suck. For one way or another. At least this one sucked in like an entertaining, historic, embarrassing way.
Well, and the other thing that I wanted to point out is, and maybe, I don't know why, because I have all streaming services, right? I don't have like cable or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon Prime games always freeze.
Do they for you?
Yes.
I had a few buffering issues, which I lose my gourd.
Yes.
Like, I absolutely, it's the most
seems like it
ever.
happens at least a handful of times. The inconvenience of me having to back out.
Oh, you have to back out? I did have to do that actually
go back in because it just freezes and the thing
Red Zone
spins.
never freezes for me on Hulu.
Yeah.
Disgusting. This is now a technology podcast.
Yeah.
Al Michaels is awful. Did you see? I think they said that he's not gonna like. Did you see that pick six?
Yeah.
That amazing pick six, and he's like, that was a pretty cool play. And I'm like, Jesus, man, like this guy needs to get off of here.
Yeah, it was a tough day for a lot of people.
Tough day for a lot of people.
Great day for some other folks.
Do you know? That George W. Bush meme? When they got Saddam Hussein, and he's at like a podium in front of people and the camera, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got him."
Yeah.
And then it cuts to them like kicking in the door.
Yeah,
that's how we should feel right now with Brandon Staley, because we finally got him. Finally got him, brother.
Unbelievable. We'll do. We'll have a little segment later on him.
I cannot wait.
And the rest of the future.
He might be coming on.
Well, he's here behind the scenes working on
He's here, yes. He's actually not he's not privy to be on camera yet. He is holding the cue cards.
Yeah. He had time.
Brandon, we appreciate you. Good name.
42-0 at halftime is wild.
Absolutely insane. I texted you and I said, I love college football, because they were just like doing like trick plays. They weren't even celebrating after the touchdown.
Yeah. Well, at that point,
oh my God.
At that point, it's like, Jesus. I don't know, dude.
This is from a Raiders team that scored 0 last week.
Yeah.
I saw a Vikings fan said it was 42 at half, and they said, the Vikings fan said, we held this offensive powerhouse to 0 points last week. They said, hang the banner.
It's like and like that. I mean, give the Raiders credit, right? They played really well.
They did.
But you've got Aiden O'Connell at quarterback.
Who needs to shave that mustache?
No Josh Jacobs.
No, Zamir White, right?
Yeah. And you've got 42 points at halftime.
That's insane. Eight different players scored?
Yeah.
That has to be like that has to be like a record.
And Easton Stick, I thought his head came off his shoulders on that one where the big fella returned the touchdown.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Where he kind of like tried to bootleg out and didn't know that somebody had come all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember who it was that hit him, but somebody just.
We love big man touchdowns.
Oh, my gosh. I saw it, and I went, yo. It's like, dude. I mean, that's
physically recoiled?
That's a blindside hit.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, he's moving full speed. So.
Also, that pick six was really impressive, so I saw like a little breakdown of it. Yeah. There's not much to break down, but so they set Eckler into motion.
Yeah.
And literally, the cornerback, I forget, James something, Jack Jones or something like that. He was a waiver wire pickup, actually, league winner. But he He knew instantly what the play was going to be.
No, not John Jenkins. That's a big fella. Jack Jones, you're right.
Yeah, Jack Jones, yeah. He knew the play from jump. He goes in motion, and you can see he follows it in motion, and then he doesn't even drop back in coverage. He's just like, I know where the ball's going.
Something quick off of that. So I had put in my notes a few weeks ago when the Packers beat the Chiefs. A little.
You watching tape?
A little tidbit. Well, I do, but they also something that the players said that they watch, which doesn't surprise me, but it is something that's just astonishing. Is they verbatim? It was the corner that had the interception on the sideline going back. If you remember the Packers Chiefs game, where he kind of like jumped like a little corner out. He said that he was watching mannerism tape.
Mannerism tape.
And that's like, so if a receiver's doing like different hand motions at the line or whatever, tapping, that kind of stuff.
The body language and shit
he
too,
said
probably.
He knew what the route was going to be. And I think it's kind of the same thing with that, right?
I love that X's and O's shit.
But even then, like you think about it, like it's a player that's not usually out there. Right, Austin Eckler usually isn't lining up as your X receiver, out wide. So like, I mean, that narrows it down a ton.
Yep.
Right, and I mean, I don't know if they've run that play. They must have run that play in the past a few times, but like, man, it's a great play.
That tap to himself.
Yep, great play. But
speaking of Austin Eckler, did you see that screen grab? He gets a first down, and he does like and the scoreboard's like 63-14.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing, man?
I put in my notes, I think I hate Austin Eckler.
You do hate Austin Eckler because you picked him in fantasy.
Yeah.
And he's not been the guy. And then
I don't think I have. But no, I absolutely saw that, and I was going to bring that up at some point.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, oh, yeah. Dude, you're down by that much. That killed me.
That's
it was
so funny.
63-14, and he does the first down motion. Get the fuck out of here.
I just love that. You saw that, and then you unlocked your phone and went into the notes app, and you said, I think I hate Austin.
100%. As if you were watching me.
Oh, my
100%.
God. That's so funny.
Yeah. But we'll move in. We're gonna talk a little more Chargers. There's some more news that came out. I don't know if you saw this morning, but about the interim head coach. Did you see who it was?
No, it's that.
Okay, we'll talk later. We'll bring it up. See what you think. So we'll go a little Week 15 preview to put it through, and then we'll get into some stuff we talked about earlier. So Lions Broncos tonight.
So yes, we have Saturday football.
Yeah.
Bless. Again, the best week of my life was during COVID, when we had like NFL games like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that was so cool. So whenever this time of year comes around, just Saturday.
Only 3 games.
Football hits different. There's a good UFC on tonight too, by the way. But
I think there's some potential tonight. It's not the best teams, not the most exciting teams, but I think there'll be some.
We got to lead
games
up to the Broncos-Lions.
Yeah. So all right, we'll start with the 1:00 game. That's Vikings-Bengals.
Vikings-Bengals will be a scrappy, fun little game.
And all of these teams, it's funny, all of the teams today playing besides the Lions are 7-6, which means they're all in the playoffs.
Holy cow, wow.
Like fighting for playoffs, I should say.
100%. And 4 of the teams have backup quarterbacks, but whatever, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, so Vikings-Bengals, you've got 2 backup quarterbacks there. I mean, I like Cincinnati here. It just depends on which Jake Browning shows up.
Yeah.
Super Bowl winning Jake Browning.
No, we need high school Jake Browning.
Yeah.
We need a high school Jake Browning, backyard football Jake Browning.
If he can sling it around, I mean, Cincinnati's just has so many weapons too.
You see Jamar Chase said he's a better wide receiver than Justin Jefferson.
Jamar Chase then?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a thing for a while.
But like
you ask those two.
I know.
Yeah, so we might see some fireworks.
Oh God, it's Justin Jefferson's. I don't even know why I'm bringing. No, it's Vikings. So
Vikings.
So we have Jaron Hall.
No, Jaron Hall's backing up. Nick Mullins is going to be your starter for the Vikings.
Nick Mullins.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs went all the way down to 3rd string.
Splashdown. He's the astronaut.
The astronaut.
He's a drift astronaut in the ocean.
2 S's though. Astronaut.
Jesus, we really fell off the Josh Dobbs train. You're never really on.
Yeah. Is he the Jeremy Lin of football?
So I was listening. Who's Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin's a basketball player that was really like the best player on the planet for like a month.
And then he's just
a long time. You don't remember that? Probably not. If you're not a basketball guy.
He's Travis Fulgham in the 2018 fantasy season. Remember that third string wide receiver for the Eagles? I got 40 points 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So I was listening to somebody else talking. He's like, I don't know what people were talking about with Josh Dobbs because he had good game. And they're like, well, I said it. I'm like, he learned the plays and everything. And he's like, he didn't learn the plays. He was just fucking running around and nobody had tape on him. Yeah. Like that first game.
And that does matter a ton, dude. Once you start getting some going back to it, mannerism tapes, right?
Mannerism tapes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're gonna find some stuff out. So I'm gonna take the Bengals.
1 p.m. Holy cow! A little lunch special.
Yeah.
Steelers Colts.
This is a fun game about 2010, I think.
2010 people are tuning in. Bro.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
It just feels like it should be like an old timey western, like Steelers and Colts. This just feels like an old game.
I think this will be a good aesthetic. What are we talking about? We haven't talked about uniform.
We've not talked.
In a long
this
time.
Would be good aesthetic.
A good classic uniform. Aesthetic.
I
don't really care for either uniform as far as uniforms that I like.
Yeah.
But I think both of these together look good.
This oozes Vitamin Smith and a Frankie Sinkwich. Frankie Sinkwich game.
Yeah, dude.
Who are you taking? Do we got Mitch Trubisky, the titty kisser, in that Steelers still?
I believe so. As far as I know.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna go Colts, I think.
Yeah, the Michael Pittmans.
They're at home. It would be a lot more fun if it was in Pittsburgh out in the cold. But
you mean in Acrisure Stadium?
Yeah.
Disgusting name.
Yeah. Money will do that, baby. You can change my name for $1 million. Change my name to Sinkwich or whatever you want to do. I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Acrisure, if you're listening to us.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to do the funniest thing possible.
Zacrisher.
Wow, so I'll do it on my forehead. I don't care.
I'll do it in a heartbeat. I'm taking Colts in dude, I have no idea what this game's going to do.
Steelers Colts?
Yeah.
It's
him or the under, I feel like.
I was thinking I think it's a trap game for the under.
You think so? Well, I just fell into it.
you just fell into it. Broncos Lions. I'm also taking the Colts, by the way.
You're taking Colts?
I'm taking the Colts.
Okay.
Yep. Garner Minshew, the spirit of Anthony Richardson lives on.
I think this would be a get right game for the Lions. I think we're going to be okay. I think it'll be a good test. I think this will be similar to the Saints game. As far as a team that's definitely capable of playing well and doing well, is going to give you your best shot. It's not a throwaway game, but I like us against the Broncos. I think their secondary is kind of their strength. And I think we can run the ball against them a little bit. I do think they're a little soft in the running game, which helps us a ton. And anytime we can get the ball moving a little bit on the ground, that obviously opens up the passing game. So we're going to have to figure out that they've got some receivers, right? I think GJ's back tonight.
No.
I think so.
They open his practice window. He's not activated. They'd have to announce it.
Did he? They didn't?
I don't. When they have to, we'll dive into that.
Yeah. He was a full participant, I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
I just thought it was open practice window.
Well, I think they do, and then he's practicing.
Yeah, but sometimes they have up to 3 weeks
maybe
to
I'm
actually
wrong.
Put him on.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But I thought it seemed like he was playing. And
that'd be huge.
Yeah.
I love him. And that would help you guys up a lot. Shore up over the middle.
Yeah.
I
got a little excited there. I'm
terrified.
I don't know, man. I think hopefully he plays. I'm not sure, I guess.
What happens? Give me the in terms panic meter.
If we lose, man. I mean, I said earlier this week, I think there's a good chance we could go 2-2 in this stretch. That was 2-2.
One of the Cowboys you think you drop?
Yeah, I think we dropped the Cowboys game at this point. I do think we can beat the Cowboys, but I think if we're going to lose a couple games in there, it's going to be one of the Cowboys. I'm not super impressed with the Vikings. I think we can beat them twice.
Yeah, you can beat the Vikings twice.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be super panicked.
I'm really nervous. I think Detroit at 5-point favorite. I think that's a little heavy in favor.
Yeah, and it's been going up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was at 4, I think, as of last night. Because I was talking to my friend at lunch, my friend Ryan, and he said that we were either 3 or 4. He goes, he just said something about a 3 or 4 point favorite, and I thought it was the Broncos.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, the Lions.
Wow.
And I go, oh. And now I see that it's at 5. So, I mean, it's since yesterday at lunch, it's gone up another point. So, I mean, I think we're going to win. I have confidence in this team. We're not playing a juggernaut. I think we'll be okay. We're at home. That's another big thing.
I want you guys to be okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I know people going to the game.
Yeah.
We have a Broncos Lions fan going to the game that we work with. So.
Yep. I think we'll be okay. I think it's.
I just need to see another Cam Sutton highlight catch. I'm sorry. I need that. That keeps me going.
We'll see.
Have you not noticed I've been in a considerably better mood since Cam Sutton has started doing crazy catches?
Yeah. First of all, there's Cortland Sutton.
Who's Cam Sutton?
Cam Sutton plays for the Lions, and he is
in the
corner. So.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I'm not going to let it slide anymore, all these names that you mess up all the time.
We're 31 episodes in. You have to start checking me with my nonsense.
I'm going to. Cortland Sutton.
I know. Why did I?
Because you hear Cam Sutton all the time, probably. But, yeah, he is the Lions cornerback.
And you said Cam Newton earlier. And there was a camera. A lot of mind games happening here.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Cortland Sutton is who you would like to see. I would like to see Cam Sutton make lots of highlight catches. So that means that we're getting interceptions. So,
thank you for breaking that down.
Yep. Well, at this point, I don't know. I don't know how that old brain of yours works.
Jets, Dolphins. Get right game, Dolphins.
Yeah. I think Dolphins win by a few here. It's in Miami.
I have Dolphins defense and fantasy. So excited.
Yeah.
So excited for Zach Wilson. He has been playing with a little bit of swagger.
Yeah, we'll find out.
But Tyreek Hill. They're cutting his ankle off right now and fitting him with a bionic appendage. That's sad. Devon Achane, the greatest story never told.
Yeah.
He's injured. Might not be playing.
I did Mostert. I got some Hard Knocks talk, too.
Isn't it so funny? So coming into the season, like Raheem Mostert, they kept calling him Raheem Most Hurt because he was always injured because he's like 48 years old. Yeah. And like now, like coming into the season, like, okay, Mostert, like you can have like a spot, but you're going to get injured, and then the rookies are going to. And he's been like the only healthy one.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Good for, oh no.
Knock on wood.
We take
on wood for Travi.
We take Dolphins here.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins. Texans, Titans. No C.J. Stroud for the Texans.
No Nico Collins.
Is probably going to start.
No Tank Dell.
I think I could take the Titans here.
I'm taking Billie Jean and his thick veins. You see that picture of him?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's huge.
Drinks his milk.
Oh, muscle milk, bro. He's pounding them.
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry's going to have a day here. They're probably going to give him the rock 20 times.
Yeah. This is actually a pretty important game for both of them.
Yeah, I think the Titans kind of are
all of these games
dead in the water, but definitely for the Texans to keep their playoff hopes alive. Next game, Battle of the Bay, dude.
Battle of the Bay.
Yeah. Do you know that these two teams used to be in a division together?
Man, I love talking about all. That's going to be prime off-season talking because the divisions used to be so fucked up.
Yeah, the NFC Central, I believe.
My goodness, that just hits.
And it's just basically the NFC North plus the Buccaneers.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the meme is that
there's 5 teams in there.
The meme is like what the Buccaneers have won the NFC North more recently than the Lions.
Yeah. That's the NFC Central.
Well, yes, but they
so
for
clickbait. Let's not be stupid here.
Cam Sutton.
I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'll probably take Green Bay. At home.
I'm taking Green Bay as well.
Yeah.
It's not as easy of a.
No. Both 6 and 7, both fighting for a wild card spot. Tampa, I think, is actually the NFC South leader right now, so they're in the playoffs. In the 4 spot. They're higher than the Eagles.
One of these NFC South teams are gonna have a higher seed than the Cowboys or Eagles, and that's fucked up.
I love it.
That's messed up.
Yeah. You're going to have to travel.
I'm switching to the Broncos. Broncos country, let's ride.
Go ahead, dude. You would. You'd fit in perfect.
We forgot the whole high knees bit about Russell Wilson is doing high knees in a plane right now.
I didn't forget.
You didn't forget?
No.
Russell Wilson's good.
Yeah.
I'll take Packers as well. Giants, Saints.
Weird game to me in my brain.
Has there ever been a meteoric rise in usage than this emoji?
Oh, yeah.
So if you're not watching, you're listening. I'm doing the Tommy DeVito, the Italian hand thing.
Yeah.
It's so good. He's the most New Jersey family I've ever met. Did you see his agent?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was at the mall yesterday, and I saw, like, a fedora hat.
Yep.
And I was going to send you a Snapchat that said, Tommy DeVito agent starter pack.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Like he's on the phone call and they're like, all the memes are like, Danny Dime sleeps with the fishes tonight.
He got inducted into got inducted into the Italian Sports Hall of Fame.
Yes,
I think it was.
he's
Sorry
so
if I'm
good.
butchering that, but I think it's like something along those lines.
We wouldn't want to upset our Italian Pro Sports Hall of Fame listeners. So sorry if we slaughtered that.
Yeah.
I am going Giants. I'm terrified to play the Giants.
Yeah, Giants are
twice
playing.
in 4 weeks.
Giants are hot right now, dude.
And again, the Saints could be undefeated, and I still don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't know what the Saints are.
Derek Carr is like arguing with his receivers and offensive linemen like every other play.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Giants as well. But New Orleans is favored by 5.5.
That's insane.
Yeah, so inside in the dome, we'll take the Giants. They're playing hot. Falcons, Panthers.
Are we going to this game? So I verified this. So there was a viral like little NFL meme thing going around to where you can get tickets as cheap as 45 cents.
I was gonna try to confirm if that was true or
It's
not.
actually accurate. It's actually accurate, but there's supposed to be there's like a hurricane or something coming through too.
Oh, so there's gonna be nobody there.
Yeah, there's gonna be nobody there, but they're literally just trying to like push tickets, and also it's the Panthers versus the Falcons.
Yeah, there is a hurricane coming through. Hurricane Artie.
Do you think Bryce Young pictured this like a week before the draft? He's like, where am I going to be at in like 9 months? And here you go.
Yeah, I think he's still
In the torrential downpour,
Yeah,
we might go get tickets to the game because I have a $1 coin in my pocket, burning a hole in it.
We can use those gold coins you got like 3 months ago from the car wash.
Yes, from the car wash. We
can take a bunch of people with us.
Like they're like doubloons. Like this should cover it. Just flick it.
Put them on the table.
There you go. What's this doing to you, Tepper?
Damn, dude. Too bad it wasn't a Tampa Bay Panthers game. That would have been even funnier. We could dress like pirates. And
oh my God, we'd have a whole bit about that. I'm taking Arthur Smith, Aiden O'Connell's dad, and the Falcons.
Yeah.
Finally throwing to Kyle Pitts.
Another Sinkwich game underneath here.
Bears Browns. That's the Sinkwich Bowl, bro.
The Bears Browns, dude. Vitamin Smith Bowl.
Smith Bowl.
I'm probably gonna take Cleveland. I don't know who's starting for them. Is it Joe?
You're talking about the elite dragon, Joe Flacco.
Is it still Flacco?
Yep.
Yeah, Flacco's got them playing well. They're 8-5.
These are all messy trap games for every single team.
Yeah. I agree. This is going to be a tough week.
This is going to be a sloppy week. Red zone.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Scott Hansen's going to have an aneurysm.
Yeah.
I almost want to go Bears here.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad pick. Bears are playing hot lately. They got some confidence.
Fields
They've won a
playing
few.
for his job.
Yep. I wouldn't mind a Bears.
I'm actually going to go Bears.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with the Browns. I'm going to stick with Joe Flacco. I think that defense.
Is Myles Garrett out again?
I thought he was back, but I could be wrong.
We don't know anything about football.
If Myles Garrett's out, I'd take Bears.
Okay. Book it. Bookies.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Patriots.
Chiefs by 3 touchdowns.
So here's what's crazy. Imagine, if you will.
Yeah.
Patriots are, I think, on a 2-game. You can't even call it a 2-game winning streak. They're looking decent, right?
Yeah.
They have some semblance of offense. It won't happen. The Chiefs are going to win. If the Chiefs lose and the Broncos win, the Broncos are winning that division.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, there's just a 1-game flip.
I think Chiefs by 3 touchdowns just because Bill's going to be on his iPad looking at homes in Los Angeles during the game. He's going to be on Zillow.
Don't spoil it, my friend. Don't spoil it. Yeah, you have to go, obviously, Chiefs. If not Chiefs, the Patrick Mahomes reactions are going to be priceless.
That's going to be tough.
I cannot wait.
49ers, Cardinals, 49ers by a gazillion.
Yeah, we're over that.
Yeah,
See ya.
on to the next one.
Kyler Murray, you get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah. Commanders, Rams. I'm going to go Rams here. Rams have been playing well. Matthew Stafford has that team ready to go.
I have not thought about
Whole different team with him.
Whole different team.
Obviously.
He's so good.
Yeah.
I've not thought about the Washington Commanders in like 6 weeks.
No.
Like they're like, is it still Sam Howell? Have they done anything?
Yeah, it's still Sam Howell. They've just they were decent there for a little while, but I think they've dropped a couple games in a row.
Yeah.
I think really since like that Eagles game, dude, where they kind of gave, what was that, like week 6, week 7?
Mm-hmm.
I think they just kind of have been in a rut since then.
We're going Rams.
Yeah, we're going to go Rams. Big one on, I wish they would have, I guess a Sunday night game will be a good game. But
Game of the year of the week.
Cowboys, Bills. They're saying if Bills lose this game, they're probably out of the playoffs.
Yes.
So I don't necessarily believe that. We'll see, I guess, how everything shakes out. But a 7-7 record, I don't think, is going to be a death sentence. So, because the Bills are 7-6 right now.
Yeah.
Is where I was going with that.
I want and need the Bills to win. I'm still giving it to the Cowboys.
I'm going to go Bills. This is another one of those games where because the Bills do this thing where they don't want you to know what they are.
Yep.
They're going to win the games that they shouldn't, and they're going to lose the games that they should win.
I want them to embarrass
it's in
the Cowboys.
Buffalo, and I really wish there'd be some snow on the ground.
Football weather. Does it snow in December anymore?
Some places. North Pole. 36 degrees. Doesn't say anything about snow or anything. But
So Cowboys are a fair weather team, bro. They're sitting in their little
cold.
dome, CeeDee Lamb, a little chilly.
I'm going to take the Bills.
I'm taking the Cowboys, even though I want the Bills.
Yeah, you better hope for them. Ravens, Jaguars. Jaguars.
You remember that? So I say Jaguars.
Yeah.
And they
Jaguars.
Jaguars. It's like
Jaguars.
gotta let it roll off your tongue like molasses.
Yeah.
Slipping out your mouth.
I'm going to go Ravens here.
Ravens by 1,000,000. I don't think that
so?
line is accurate. No, I think Ravens are just gonna punch them in the
I think
mouth.
Baltimore's going to get after that blonde-haired quarterback.
I just think Lamar's gonna shred them up, man. I was reading
I think
some
they're a
stats.
little banged up too, aren't they?
So Jaguars are like last place in the league.
Yeah.
Against like motion and like screens and shit like that. And it's like that's what the Ravens like to do, like this new offense. So I just think Ravens are gonna run it up.
Yeah. Jags are a little banged up on offense. I think Ravens are going after them, but they've been playing well. Jags are playing well on defense, so we'll see.
Josh Allen, so good.
All right, buddy. I'll let you take this one. I'll take the reins on the Monday night game.
I've not even thought about this game. I've not even thought about it because it's pretty much every game from here on out is a must win.
Yeah.
This one especially. Like I don't know, man. Is Geno Smith playing? Are we up against Drew Lock? I have no faith in the Eagles. We're on a 2-game losing streak. Offense looks anemic. Defense looks garbage. Turnovers are awful. I'm still taking the Birds because I'm a sadist.
Yeah.
But
You're going to hate this stat.
please do. I love the stat.
Monday Night Football. Underdogs have won 6 straight games.
Oh, God. It's that meme with, like, Ralphie from Simpsons in the back of the bus chuckling, I'm in danger.
Yeah. And I don't know if – I mean, I guess they could have, but last week both underdogs won. Right? Titans, Giants.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
So I don't know if that counts as 2 or not, but going all the way back, Monday Night Football, the Dogs have won 6 straight.
We're so screwed.
So
Slay usually has Metcalf's number, so that's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to take you guys. I think
but no,
there's
here's
enough.
the thing. It's not
Go ahead.
You go. It's not enough that we win this game. We have
Yeah.
to win this game by, like, double digits.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do our bullshit, like, eke it out by 3 points and Jake Elliott kicks a 78-yarder. And, like, no. Like, we actually need to have a decisive win here before we go to Giants and then Cardinals and then Giants. We just need a little bit of momentum.
This is what I'll say. I'll take any fucking win we can get if I'm on the Eagles, right? Mm-hmm. This is you're going to Seattle, a tough place to play, right?
12th man, right?
Yeah, the 12th man. It's going to be cold. That's okay. That's where we play. But I don't care if you win. Somehow they change the rules to where you can get a half a point. and we win by half a point, I don't give a shit.
Like,
we just need a win. There's enough veteran leadership in that locker room. I'm assuming they're saying the same thing. And that's one reason why I think I'm not as nervous for this game from an Eagles fan standpoint as I think you should be. I think you guys will be fine. I think you just have to make sure that you stay focused, right, and make sure that you're able to execute and not make mistakes.
Yep.
And
That's it. The mistakes have been killing us. The turnovers.
I think you guys win the game on the defensive side of the ball, right? Because Seattle, regardless if it's Geno or if it's Drew Lock, they've got such good receivers, man. If you can keep those guys in check in that running game, I don't think Kenneth Walker's back yet, but maybe he is. I honestly have no idea.
Did you see that? Did you see the so Sirianni, usually their walkthrough day, usually their walkthrough practice, he made it full participation.
Yeah.
Right? He said, we just need it right now. And they have actually Hurts working on falling down drills.
Yeah.
So I don't know how NFL practices work, but like Jalen Hurts has been kind of banged up. Like his knee's kind of been banged up for the last like 5-6 weeks. So maybe they're not like, pushing him as hard as they can. So they literally said, we are having Jalen practice falling down with the football.
Yeah.
So I can just, like, in my head, it's just Big Dom just shoving Jalen Hurts down from different angles. But, like, but he's not expecting it. Like, he's just walking through the locker room, and he comes up and he pushes up. And he's like, oh, drop your phone.
Yeah.
You're benched. Get in there.
It looks like Geno's listed as questionable as of yesterday, December 18th. CJGJ not playing, still on IR technically. So going back to the Lions, Broncos. But Geno looks like he's questionable, so we won't know about that. Kenneth Walker not on this list, so I'm assuming he's going to play.
He's so good.
He might have played last game, to be honest, now that I think about it. You guys are missing some guys on the back end. Blankenship and Darius Slay are both listed as questionable, along with Zach Cunningham.
Slay will play. Blankenship and Cunningham they're up in the air. Yeah. We need those. I mean, otherwise we have Nick Morrow out there. Like it just that's how we're getting shredded, bro. That linebacker room.
Yeah. All right, so that's your Week 15 preview there.
All the correct picks.
Yeah,
it's going to be a fun, scrappy Sunday.
Yeah, should be a decent one.
Sunday.
All right, so we're going to move into some Cam Newton comments. So did you see what he said?
So I saw, first of all, he's out there looking like a Fortnite skin, and he is talking about...
Yeah, he is. He dresses a little different.
He does, but every time I see him, I'm like, wow, that's a little out there.
Yeah.
So he said that there's game managers versus playmakers, and he put some people that shouldn't have been on this list. Do you have the list?
It's just 3 players, right? It was Goff, Tua, and Brock Purdy is what I thought he listed as
which
game
is disgusting.
Managers. I think it's tough. I kind of agree with him.
What? You're Cam Newton pilled?
Yeah, I don't know if I would be
Tua?
If I would be as much as eager to go out and like physically name people in like the media, right? But when you're looking at it, I mean, I definitely think like Jared Goff, right, is a game manager to a certain point.
I think he's the one you can slot in. I don't know.
I think Brock Purdy, you could as well.
You hate Brock Purdy?
I don't hate Brock Purdy, but I just when I think what.
So you have to think from the perspective like he comes out, another okay-ish quarterback comes in, is the team about as good, right? Like he's not elevating them.
So.
You think he's just getting the job done, right?
Yeah. And I think so, right? And that's if that's the definition of it, I think those 3 guys could fall into it. I like Tua a lot. I do. I don't know, man. I just think that he's at the benefit of having a good offense with a good offensive mind.
Great
obviously, he has to make the throws. Right. So I don't want to take credit away from speaking with Tua and even Jared Goff. All these guys, they're making these tough throws. Yep. they're not throwing bubble screens.
Yeah.
Like Tua's throwing balls downfield, and you have to be accurate with those, or you're not going to be a good quarterback.
Especially with the speed on that offense.
So I think like a game manager, I don't think necessarily is in my opinion.
You agree, but you don't think it's a slam.
Exactly. So like I think obviously everybody wants to be a playmaker, but like not everybody is, and that's okay. But to a certain extent, there's only 32 job openings in the NFL.
That's true.
Right? And to be named a starter.
This season, there's like 55.
Yeah.
But
to be named a starter, which those three guys are, I mean, you have to be doing something right other than just managing the game.
Yeah.
Right? A backup quarterback manages the game. So I do agree with his comments, but I also, at the same time, don't put it as a negative, right? There's some good game managers, to a certain extent. I'm going to say it, but like Tom Brady kind of was a game manager, right?
100%.
And same thing with kind of Peyton Manning was a game manager. But to manage the game, like that's a good quarterback, right?
Yeah.
That's situational. You're making throws, you're changing plays, like all those things fall under game manager. Right, so he can put it as a negative comment.
That's a good take. That's a good.
But I don't take it as that. If I were to call a quarterback, I think you can classify different quarterbacks in different ways.
Yeah,
but I don't think either one is negative.
Yep,
it's just you're playing to your strengths.
Yeah, like Cam's looking for the flashy play. Maybe explosive
run around
scrambler.
a bunch,
yeah, but maybe that's not always the best.
Yeah,
Yep. You want to know who made some plays? Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
One who's not a game manager, Josh Dobbs.
Yeah. Yeah, and
guess where he is? He's behind with Brandon Staley, the cue cards.
And I think when you talk about that stuff, like you make a good point of, I think you can have a game manager without being a playmaker, but I don't think you can have a playmaker without being somewhat of a game manager. Like you have to be, right? You want to talk about these explosive playmakers, and the first one that comes to mind is Lamar, right? He's a great playmaker. To a certain extent, like even Justin Fields. Like those guys have to manage the game still. And that's the definition of a game manager. So, like, I think obviously Cam wants to be. He says some outlandish things.
He always does. And
so I don't.
You ever see how he types on Instagram?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. This is. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you would call it.
Typing in wingdings, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's a really good take. I'm actually on your side now.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts before that?
I could maybe file in Goff underneath it, but I'm like Brock Purdy and Tua are doing enough. Yeah. But I like what you said is that he could be right, but also not in a negative sense.
Which I think
I'm enlightened.
I think he meant it definitely in a negative way, but like to put my own spin on it, I think.
Would you rather have Brock Purdy over Jared Goff?
I don't think so.
His vibes are kind of bad. Did you see that pizza picture?
Brock Purdy?
Yeah. He made like a Christmas tree pizza.
Oh.
In his little apartment.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I hated it.
Are we talking, do I have the Lions team or do I have the 49ers team?
You have the Lions. Right now, Jared Goff.
I think I take Jared Goff in either one.
Really?
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's the favorite to win MVP.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, he's made some good plays. So I think your best.
Good management.
I think your best, like, a little bit of both. Like get Jalen Hurts, dude. He makes plays, but he also is a great game manager. So yeah, I know Cam tried to make kind of a slam out of that, but I just disagree.
You can bait us, Cam.
Yeah.
We're not.
Hard Knocks, dude. Hard Knocks is still rolling around. In-season Hard Knocks.
I do not participate. Who's
you would love it, dude.
Dolphins?
The Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah. So one of my favorite pieces on Hard Knocks is when they have candid coaches meetings. Obviously, they're not putting like game plan stuff in there, but you're in these. And when it was the Lions, they had a couple of the Hard Knocks folks on Pat McAfee, and they were interviewed him and talked to him. So it's kind of cool to like have a little bit more of an insight. They put cameras in every single room.
Really?
Every single room.
Really?
So you get in all the position meetings, you get a camera that's in there. And the crazy thing is that these come out on Tuesday, and they're filming from the Sunday game before.
That's crazy.
So they've got 2 days, and they were kind of talking about that.
It's like South Park turnaround. That's crazy.
Yeah. So one of the coolest things is I like to sit in those position meetings and listen to them talk about the games coming up. They obviously last game was against the Titans on Monday night.
Oh God, yeah, it was that.
So even faster, faster turnaround the next day.
Holy cow!
Put that up. So, they real quick story about that. Before they had all this technology, because they've been doing Hard Knocks for a long time, they used to have to take the finished product and take it to New York. And they would I think their studio was in New Jersey or something. So it wasn't super far away, but it was far enough, right? Where when the finished product was done, they had to go to New York to play it on the Hard Knocks thing. And there was a physical tape that they used to have to do it on. And one time, one of the guys that was delivering it got stuck in traffic. They had a helicopter come pick him up and then take him to the building.
It needs to play.
To right before the finish line, and then they just popped it in to play it.
That's the coolest.
Yeah, that was one of the stories from Pat McAfee. But
that's super cool.
So this last game against the Titans, the cool thing is you get, like I said, these candid speeches and stuff from these coordinators. And I want to say it was one of the defensive coaches, and he gave Derrick Henry. He goes. We're playing the Titans this week, and that running back they have, he said that's a 3 motherfucker rule. And that means that every time he touches the ball, there's going to be 3 motherfuckers on him. And I just started dying. Bro.
That's so good.
And so,
so good.
But it's just stuff like that I just love.
I know.
Right? And it's
I probably actually would love it.
Oh, you would
absolutely. It's not, I don't go out of my way to not watch it. It's just, I don't watch it. But I probably actually love it.
Yeah, but I just died at that. And then he just so clean that he just says. But yeah, just being able to see the behind the scenes of.
We never talked about what was I had on my notes.
What?
The one motivational speech.
Yeah, there's a couple in there. I think that guy gave another one. I think it was the same guy. There was another guy that.
Which one was it that I texted you about?
What do you mean?
I said, because there's the really bad one, bro. I said, make sure you put it on the notes that we talk about this, just real quick, And I forget who did it.
Yeah.
It is. Oh my gosh, it's not even here. So there was the speech that they gave, and it was about 9/11. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
So I forget who did it.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But
so he said he compared 9/11.
Yeah.
And he said those guys were so organized and they had a game plan and they executed it.
Wasn't it Sirianni?
It was not Sirianni. It was not.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%. It is not Sirianni. Are you out of your gourd?
I'll look it up right now.
But could you not? And then I do think Sean McDermott.
Oh, what?
Sean McDermott.
Oh, yeah, from the Bills. You're right.
Did the 9/11 speech. And he's those guys were...
I was trying to get you fired up.
He's like, those guys are really organized. And people are like, those guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've become a little bit more of a Tua fan watching this. Yeah. Love Tyreek Hill. But
you have to fall in love with the players.
Yeah. So they've got some good guys. We'll move in to our most anticipated topic of the day. Mr. Staley.
Dr. Staley.
Yeah.
Free Justin Herbert. He broke his finger to make this happen.
Yeah. So there's a lot of irony in this firing of Brandon Staley with the Chargers yesterday. And so a week ago, Staley was asked about all the close games and his job security and stuff, and he said, "Yeah, we haven't had any blowouts. It's just all close games." Something along those lines of "Yep, we're in all these games. We're fighting." And then Less than a week later.
Also 3 or 4 weeks ago, he's in the press conference, and they're like, what's going on with defense? They're like, who's calling the plays you're going to – he said, I'm calling the defensive plays. He's like, that's not going to change. Yeah. Stop asking. I know what I'm doing. And then –
and then they even asked him about like his own job security, and he's like, this is a tight-knit locker room. I think the guys believe in me, all this stuff. And like, to his defense, like, you're not going to say, I'm probably going to get fired if I lose in that game. So like, but just to say that kind of is tough, right? You're looking at the big picture.
We've been calling for his head almost since the offseason.
Yeah.
And we find, again, George W. Bush, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah.
Okay? Now,
the interim coach is a hire that has never happened in the history of the NFL.
They're made up names.
No, the person that they hired as an interim coach.
Who is it?
Brian Flores, the Vikings defensive coordinator.
That's not true. No, it isn't, right? Are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
You're 100% sure?
Yeah.
No, right here. No, the Chargers have named Giff Smith interim head coach. And
what are you on?
Chef Rappaport.
No, they just said this morning. I just got a thing on it.
You fell for the clickbait tweet.
No.
From NFC North News right there.
No.
That's exactly what you fell for. You live got baited, bro.
No, I thought I saw it was Hold on.
No, you have to trust in Giff Smith and JoJo Wooden. This is the best bid.
No, I thought it was Schefter.
Fuck no.
Maybe I did.
It's not Brian Flores. You can't do that.
Maybe I did get baited, dude.
You did, because the real story's even better.
I guess so.
You wanted Brian Flores gone from the Vikings so bad. He's an option. He's like 4-1 odds to be their next head coach.
Yeah, I must have gotten baited, dude. It was on my phone this morning as a notification, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what Twitter.
But I don't get notifications. I only get notifications from ESPN.
Really? Yeah. Then maybe they got baited. Look, everybody got baited. No, it is, which is even funnier.
Yeah,
it's Giff Smith, and the interim GM is JoJo Wooden.
Yeah,
2 made-up Madden-generated names. You're so spun out about the Brian Flores?
Yeah, because I want to know where that came from. But no, good. I was going to say, if they didn't hire somebody from...
Yeah, they would not.
From their own staff. What a slap in the face, dude.
It's also, so Kellen Moore. You know Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
He was the Cowboys offensive coordinator. Everybody's like, oh my God, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's now the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. Yeah. But considering they went with a guy named Giff Smith over him, kind of says that Kellen Moore is not going to get the head coaching job. Otherwise, they would have named him interim. Right?
Yeah.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
7-1 odds.
Guy. Yeah.
Brian Johnson's
3-1. This is 11 hours ago from Chargers Country, who looks like they're verified.
This is a good one.
Bill Belichick 3-1. Frank Smith 4-1. I don't know who that is.
Who the hell is Frank Smith?
I don't know. Kellen Moore, obviously their current offensive coordinator, 4-1. Ben Johnson, our offensive coordinator, 7-1. Bobby Slowick.
That's Texans. Like, calm down. Like, they're finally getting
8-1. Flores is at 9-1. Harbaugh's at 9-1. Bieniemy is 10-1. My pick, I know it's obviously the top pick here. Deion Sanders is on there, 40-1.
Place the money.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Bill, dude.
You think it's gonna be Bill Belichick?
Yeah, that would be my knee-jerk reaction right now.
So I saw that, because GM and head coach is opening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he always likes to move in that fluidity.
Yeah. The only thing is like, I just think the way that Bill constructs his teams.
Builds, constructs, yeah.
Yeah.
You can say constructs.
Is the complete opposite of what the Chargers have.
100%.
Like, if you look at the Patriots roster, I'm sorry, but that roster is abysmal. Like, there is not, I mean, I think Judon is really, like, their only, like big-time
would trade
superstar.
for in Madden,
yeah, right? Like, I mean, Stevenson, right? Ramondre's decent.
Yeah, but
They also
but they
drafted him, right?
Yep, but they can't, like, scheme around him. Not great.
But, like, that's the roster that Bill built. So, like, do we take that into consideration?
I feel like he's too old. I feel like I feel like it's going to take too long for him to build and do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And that by that, he's going to be like 88 years old.
Because you got to think, if you're the coach and GM, I guess with those pieces, you could win next year.
In that division?
I think so.
That's tough. That is not an attractive job.
But even then, you look across the board, they have, off the top of my head, bear with me, Justin Herbert, who's, I would say, probably just to play safe, top 10 quarterback.
Yep.
Austin Eckler, top 10 running back. Keenan Allen, I could argue he's a top 10 wide receiver. He's getting old. He's battled some injuries, right?
Keenan Allen's really good, yeah.
Yeah. Slater, I think, is a pretty good offensive lineman.
Really good,
I don't know anything about their offensive line.
He's really good.
But Joey Bosa, probably top 10.
He's going next year.
End.
Like, dude, they're like 46 mil over the cap.
I don't know, dude.
And they need to, like, re-sign, like, Bosa, like, Max coming up, Keenan Allen's coming up, Herbert, like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, Mac might be the odd guy out on there, but even, like, Derwin James, top 10 safety, top 5 safety probably. Like, they have pieces to win now. Yeah. They don't have a direction, dude. They need a captain of that ship. And Bill needs a little tan on that skin, dude.
You think it's Bill?
So I think, like, I think that's why it would be attractive to him, right? Because he doesn't have to do this, like, 2 to 3 year build of like going through the draft. He's got some pieces now, you know, and this is just scratching the surface, like, of you speaking about cap room and stuff. I have no idea what kind of cap they're in. I know they're going to be in some sort of shit, but
they're kind of in shit.
I just think that there's enough potential there that it's not like this build from the ground project.
Yeah,
and I think, like, if Bill is going to just kind of, like, ride off into the sunset, like, maybe this is a good place to do it.
It just feels weird because the Chargers always seem like an offensive team, and Bill Belichick is like a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what we need.
But even then, like, the Chargers could be a defensive team. Like, you know what I mean? They've got the pieces, you know?
Yeah, you're right, actually.
And Bill's ran out of swipes on Tinder in the Boston area, so, like,
it's exhausted.
Head on over.
He has to be married.
I don't think so. I thought he's a single guy.
You think Bill Belichick's single?
Maybe.
There's no way. What do you think his wife's name is?
Billina.
I'm going to go Ruth. Ruth or Mary.
What do you think he's...
Dude, he's old. He's really old. I think if you look up how old he is, I think you'd be surprised. Who's older, him
really
or Pete Carroll?
Bill. 1952. Do the math on that one.
Or you can just scroll down a little bit. He's 71.
Born in Nashville, Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah. He went to Annapolis High School.
Annapolis.
Annapolis.
I know. If I would have read it, I would have said Annapolis.
Yeah, you know why? Because you're horrible.
Are we just going to Google Bill Belichick's wife?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
Bill Belichick wife. Debbie Clark. Holy cow. Who would have thought? Look at him.
Yeah, I mean...
Is this not the most uncomfortable photo you've ever seen of Bill? Oh. Uh-oh. So, breaking news. We just saw that was only married till 2005. Is he single? He is single. He had a longtime love, Linda Holiday, and they had an awkward breakup, according to reputable source People magazine. Bill Belichick, he's on Tinder. He is. He's going. Bill Belichick is bringing his loins to Los Angeles.
Yeah. So I think, I think.
Watch out, Travis Kelce.
Yeah. So I think he makes a lot of sense. We're kind of against the time here, but
we ran out of time.
This will be the last segment. So I think
I really wanted to dive into Belichick's sex life, but whatever. We'll close out.
Yeah, we'll close out with that, and we'll probably do a little bit more Chargers talk as far as who's going to be the next head coach.
Yeah, we'll actually
or who we think will be.
Yeah, we actually this is an opportunity for like a Madden franchise.
Yeah,
like this could be like a good that's the new rebuild, right?
Yeah, except that cap space.
I love dealing with the cap space.
Yeah.
In Madden, actually. It's kind of fun, but
Yep.
it's also kind of hard.
Sign us off.
Are we signing off?
Yeah, let's get the hell out of
We
here.
are the Snoozer. We got a lot of stuff coming up. 2-3 episodes a week? We're going to try and fit in a third. We're going all through the off season. We got bits, skits, gags galore coming in the off season. Like once we get through, like the season's such a drag, and then once we get into the drag, that's the good stuff.
We'll get into some more bull talk as well. We're like I said, against the time today, but we'll
we're
get
actually
some.
Maybe we can squeeze in like a college football episode. That could be good.
Yeah, we can give it. We don't know shit about college football, dude. But
we don't know shit about college football except we watched one Thursday night with Al Michaels officiating. So I'm Brandon. That's Zach. I'm Brandon. We're the Snoozers. Play the music.